So yeah, what is up guys, a Ghost here, and today I got you guys all a video going over the coolest weapons here in Call of Duty, and this is going to include everything from COD, from multiplayer to zombies, and I'll leave all the gameplay that I use from other people down below in the description, because obviously got to give credit where credit is due to certain people that I am using their gameplays from. But regardless guys, I did a poll months ago just asking like what are the coolest weapons in Call of Duty, so I'm going to be taking your guys' comments from that community post, okay, and reading your guys' comments here. So if you guys want to possibly be featured in future videos, then go to my community tab and interact with everything, like comment on my posts and vote in the polls, just so you might be possibly featured in a future video. So yeah, if you guys like this type of content, it'll mean a ton to me if you guys do subscribe and turn on notifications if you guys are brand new around here, and dropping a like as well, just so we help this get into the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, of course, let me know down below what are the coolest weapons to you in Call of Duty. Just which weapons, which guns, which wonder weapons, doesn't matter if it's zombies or multiplayer, do you think stands out the most to you? One last thing guys, it'll mean a ton if you follow my Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch if you haven't already, because I want to keep growing this platform with you guys beyond YouTube. And if you do want to play some Call of Duty with me, I do host custom lobbies over there on Twitch, so follow my Twitch just so you know when I'm live playing Call of Duty with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say, and of course use code GHOST on anything in G-Fill. But let's get right into the video. Alright, so start the video off, we do have the Thunder Gun, and of course credit to Relaxing End, the legend himself. But we have the first comment from the simp, and they say the Thunder Gun, just hearing the name makes it sound good. The coolest gun is the Thunder Gun from Zombies, because I mean, come on, you feel unstoppable with it. I think the Thunder Gun was cool in Black Ops 1. So yeah man, the Thunder Gun was so amazing. It still is if you go back to play whatever COD it still happens to be in. The original Black Ops, Black Ops 3. I mean, I never used it in Black Ops 4, but dude, it's just so fun and it's so iconic. Just, you can't go wrong with the Thunder Gun. It's so cool. Still sticking with zombies, we have the Baby Gun from Shangri-La. Of course, credit to MJPW Gaming here. This gameplay is pretty nice, just obviously showcasing how well the Baby Maker could perform, dude. They literally turn to babies. You can just kick the zombies right there. It's pretty funny, and it's one of the coolest things ever in Call of Duty, man. So unique. Nothing literally is alike this in COD. Whether if it's a wonder weapon or a regular weapon, dude, who would have thought Call of Duty would have added this, you know? So it's unique, and I haven't used this in a while, but just watching the gameplay makes me want to go play Shangri-La. Another wonder weapon is the Wunderwaffe, dude. The Wunderwaffe is just so much fun to use, and of course, gameplay credit to Relaxing End. We're still sticking with zombies just for a little bit, and then we're gonna go back to multiplayer, then zombies, then multiplayer. We're gonna be just flip-flopping throughout the entire video, just to make variety for zombies and multiplayer, alright? But yeah, the Wunderwaffe, you can't go wrong with this, dude. It's so unique as well, and it's basically like, if you think about it, the Tempest, you know, but in zombies, pretty much. It's the original Tempest. So yeah, it's crazy how they literally all have Wunderwaffes, man. Relaxing and be just thinking of the craziest glitches to get like so many wonder weapons at once. The last wonder weapon for right now, at least, is going to be the ray gun, of course. You can't go wrong with this. You know, the memes, the nostalgia with the ray gun, seeing it for the first time in the mystery box, just never gets old, dude. Any ray gun there is, the Mark 1, 2, 3, whatever it so happens to be, any ray gun in Call of Duty Zombies will forever be iconic. And I remember when I was a kid first seeing the ray gun and always getting it from the box, playing Black Ops 1 Kino or whatever it was back then. It was just a leap of joy. Just it was so much fun. It really is. So you can never go wrong with any ray gun in Call of Duty Zombies. Now going to multiplayer, we have the Mannequin Arm in Black Ops 3. This is a melee weapon. It's essentially the Black Ops 3 Nuketown Mannequin Arm. It's really cool how they did this. You know, I would have never expected them to straight up have a literal mannequin arm as a melee weapon. I mean, it's very similar to Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 does have a zombie arm as a melee weapon as well, but this is just kind of cooler, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? But going to Black Ops 4, though, we have the money bag. Dude, who would come up with this? You know, just slapping enemies with literal coins in the bag. Just This is something else. And then the sleigh bell, the literal big sleigh bell, just whacking people on the head, the Christmas themed. It's really cool. And of course, this is probably one of the coolest weapons ever. Maybe the coolest weapon ever, man. A literal toy, an action figure. Huh? My favorite thing about this is the animation. When you run with it, it's like you're playing with a toy. And who would have thought about this? Killing enemies in Call of Duty with a literal action figure toy. Going back to Black Ops 3, we have a literal chainsaw. Yeah, a chainsaw melee weapon here. So Guden says, can't go wrong with a chainsaw. It can break your logs. And then KP says, chainsaw and IW zombies rave in the redwoods. So we'll actually showcase that in a little bit. But this was the, I guess, technically the first chainsaw we've ever had in Call of Duty. And it's like a mini one, and it's called the Bushwhacker. It's pretty cool in Black Ops 3. And you know, the animation and whatnot, it's awesome. But going to another chainsaw, we have the Call of Duty Ghost Chainsaw. Wizard says Ghost Chainsaw is a hardcore weapon and looks the best. It is my all-time favorite weapon. Chainsaw was hands down the coolest, best gun in COD Ghost. You were Terminator. The Ghost Chainsaw is a unique weapon that I'm glad got introduced into MW 2019. The chainsaw felt like a minigun every time I used it. The chainsaw was an actual hella cool, mainly because of the ADS and the fact that it's a literal chainsaw gun. So yeah, of course this chainsaw came back in Call of Duty Mobile as a chopper, and obviously Modern Warfare. But let's just talk about and showcase the OG original Call of Duty Ghost Chainsaw, because at the time there was no other gun that was like this in Call of Duty. I mean, if you could count maybe the death machines we've had in the previous Black Ops games prior to this, maybe, but an actual primary weapon, no other gun was like this. But obviously, since more CODs came out after this, the guns got goofier and more unique, but it's still one of the OG unique guns that we've had in Call of Duty. As I said, here's the Infinite Warfare Rave in the Redwoods chainsaw. I've actually never used this before, but just watching from the gameplay, it looks really cool. It really does. This is the first chainsaw we've had in zombies, I believe. I don't remember if you could have used the Bushwhacker in BO3 zombies. I honestly forgot. But nonetheless, you could actually shoot the discs of like the chains, like you can shoot the saws like they're discs, which is pretty cool. So I never used this, but man, it looks so fun to use. I would actually be so down to play this map and train zombies and just kill the zombies with it. But it's really cool, and of course gameplay credit is in the description for all the zombies gameplay that I'll be using throughout the entire video. Going back to Call of Duty Ghosts, we do have the good old Honey Badger. So Last on Mars says Honey Badger, damn, missed that gun. And the Honey Badger was the coolest weapon to me because of the sexy reload animation. So yeah, the Honey Badger as a whole, with the sound of it, the iron sights, the way the gun looks, the reload animation, everything, the damage, just, dude, this Honey Badger is one of the coolest, sickest, unique, most overpowered guns ever in a Call of Duty for sure. Too bad we only truly got it in one Call of Duty this game, but it kind of came back in Modern Warfare Remastered and sort of in Infinite Warfare. But hey man, those don't compare to the original at all whatsoever. This is one of my favorite guns ever, and I will forever love this gun, no matter what. Next up, going to Black Ops 1 Zombies, gameplay credit to What's Real Life, we have the Scavenger. This is the very first sniper wonder weapon in Zombies. Yeah, that sound. That iconic sound of the Scavenger, dude, it's so nice. The Pack-a-Punch Scavenger is legendary. Legendary. Too bad the Scavenger was only on this map. I really wish it would have returned on other maps, because imagine how overpowered it would have been. But it's so unique, really awesome, and it'll never get old hearing that Scavenger sound.
I don't think so.
So going back to Ghosts again, we do have the Ripper. So the Ripper is pretty cool in Ghosts, being able to switch to SMG and AR at the click of a button, and it's so OP. Y'all crazy, the chainsaw was cool, but the Ripper was a perfect weapon, SMG and AR mode. It's literally the best gun in Ghosts aside the Honey Badger and Vector. I think the Ripper was probably the coolest at the time. I mean, switching from an AR to an SMG at the push of a button, that was crazy back then. Ripper and chainsaw is a tough choice, but I love the sound of the Ripper, and the name is very suiting to the gun. So yeah, at the time, dude, this was like a major breakthrough for any gun in Call of Duty. As I mentioned with the chainsaw before, obviously after Ghosts, COD got pretty goofy and added some crazy futuristic weapons and many more 2-in-1 guns, but this was the very first hybrid weapon in COD. And it was so good, it did it so well. You know, it's for the time setting of Ghosts, it fits so perfectly, and it's so good, it's overpowered of all hell, and the switching between AR and SMG mode is just seamless. Back to Black Ops 3, we have the good old D13 sector. So why is no one saying the D13 sector? That thing was awesome in BO3, so cool and surprisingly effective, looked really cool too. The coolest and weirdest gun I can think of is the D13 sector. Cool because it's like a projectile, it bounces off walls, which off my head, I can't think of a gun that does the same thing as the D13. The D13 sector from BO3 literally shot pizzas. I think the D13 from BO3 was really fun to use. I loved hitting kill cams with it. The D13 sector has got to be one of the weirdest weapons, but it's incredibly fun to use, especially to cross-map people with. I love my first quad collateral with the D13 sector. It's my favorite weapon ever. Honestly, the D13 was super fun to use, and you could get nice multis with it. So obviously some footage here I'm gonna play against bots. Like, it's really hard to use this weapon and get good gameplay with it, and same with the other previous melee gameplay that I showed. But yeah, you could just get collaterals with it and it shoots out pizzas. Another Black Ops 3 weapon yet again is the nail gun. The DIY Renovator will forever be the coolest looking and sounding weapon in COD. The kills alone are just satisfying, knowing that someone was killed by a literal nail gun. DIY 11 Renovator, the first projectile gun in Call of Duty history, and it looked cool as a nail gun. So yeah, this nail gun was definitely something else back in the day. And of course, the nail gun came back in Black Ops Cold War, you know, looking like, you know, an actual nail gun, you know, compared to the futuristic looking one in Black Ops 3. It's just weird how, you know, Cold War brought this back. I wouldn't expect Cold War to bring it back, but who knows, man, maybe they'll bring some other crazy guns in the future. Alright, so let's go back to Zombies for a little bit. Gameplay credit to its Uniter, and we have pretty much all the staffs in Zombies. And you know, when we talk about Zombies, obviously there's just so many wonder weapons, and I can't include them all in this video. That's like too much footage. You realize how many wonder weapons, wonder melee weapons, wonder special items we've had. So, you know, just as a whole, every type of cool wonder weapon in Call of Duty Zombies, yes, like seriously, you know, staffs for sure. It's so popular among every single Zombies fan, you know. You cannot go wrong with the wind, lightning, ice, fire staff. So great. Even the bows in Horizon Ranch, like those are some really great wonder weapons too. Going to Black Ops 3 Zombies, we have the Apothecon Servant. Just look at that. What is that? That's so weird, man. Coolest weapon, BO3 wonder weapon, Apothecon Servant. I don't know, just sounds cool. The Apothecon Servant from Black Ops 3 Zombies was awesome. I love how it was a creature that shot a black hole with infinite damage. Yeah, man, I remember back during BO3's prime when it first came out, people were trying to upgrade this thing, you know, and the upgrade for this didn't come out until Revelations, and that was just such a cool Easter egg hunt, you know. People thought that there was an upgrade for this when the game first came out. But it's such a cool weapon. It's unique. It's like an alien type of gun. You know, you can't go wrong with an overpowered black hole alien gun. Next up, we have the good old PPSH. You can't forget this, dude. So the coolest one will always be the World War PPSH. I love the BO3 PPSH because you could use a World War II gun in a game with jetpacks. Kind of like how they brought back World War II guns in Advanced Warfare. The PPSH in BO3 was beautiful in all senses. The only problem is that it was a DLC gun. So guys, the PPSH will never get old at all, especially the original sounds of it back in World at War, and even the Pack-a-Punch World at War PPSH and the original sounds with that too. Even Black Ops 3's PPSH is pretty good as well, even though it doesn't like hit the same as the original one. It's still nice. It's still a very cool gun. The PPSH in general is a very cool looking weapon, so you can never ever go wrong with any PPSH. Aside, I don't know, maybe the Cold War one is kind of eh. I had high expectations for that, but let's just not talk about that one, I guess. Going back to Advanced Warfare, we do have the Ohm. So Bird Knife says Ohm, badass machine gun, shotgun hybrid. Shotgun had the same amount of shots as the machine gun mode. What? It's amazing. Yeah, that's true. The Ohm makes the enemies mad, so I say the Ohm. Captain says the Ohm has to be the coolest. It's an LMG that has a shotgun mode and it was overpowered in both modes. The Ohm is the coolest in my opinion. It's an LMG in full auto shoddy that has like 60 shells in its mags. It's insanely cool. So yeah, dude, the Ohm is the second hybrid weapon ever that came out in Call of Duty. During this time, it's a joke, meaning it's overpowered. It's ridiculous. It's an infinite 3-shot kill across the entire map, no matter where you're standing in that LMG mode. Not even joking to you. Yeah, and then just spraying down with the shotgun mode for what? However many, like 50 shots. Like, bro, that's insane. It's really good. Going to Infinite Warfare, we do have the Auger. So Carlos says the Auger in Infinite Warfare. To me, it looks lit when you get the akimbo variant for it. So yeah, this is the akimbo variant I'm using. It's literally a Gatling gun. You have 2 of them in your hands. Just what? It's insane. And same with the XMGs in Advanced Warfare. Very similar, but this one here has a lockdown mode where you're basically a sitting turret, a sitting sentry gun. It's even crazier than the augers from Infinite Warfare. So yeah, it just guns like this here, even though they're very out of the ordinary, very goofy, it's still pretty fun to use sometimes. Next up, we do have the Infinite Warfare Type 2 here. So the Type 2 was OMG, so satisfying and cool. When I saw it, it blew my mind. I think the Type 2 was one of the most underrated weapons in Infinite Warfare. The Type 2 was fantastic. It was so cool to split it into 2 machine pistols, and the gun itself was also really good. I like the IW Type 2. It was so cool you can split the gun into 2 separate guns. So yeah, that's basically what this weapon variant was. It's super unique, and even though it's kind of like, I say it's kind of mid-tier for the game, I still enjoy using it. It's really fun and underrated. Next up, we have the M1 Irons in Advanced Warfare. The coolest weapon was the M1 Irons. That brought a cowboy badass atmosphere to a Flying Bunnies game. So man, the M1 Irons is a really cool pistol. It's a really big pistol as well, and it's actually in the specials category in this game, not even in the handgun / pistol category. So you know it's definitely something really awesome if it's like that, because dude, this thing 2 shots, it's really cool. The vibes of it are awesome, and you know, I don't think we've really had a similar gun like this in Call of Duty, to be honest. The animation is just flawless, especially akimbo. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the entire video right there, going over the coolest weapons in Call of Duty. Obviously I might have missed a lot more, but hey, that's where you guys come in, commenting what you think are the coolest guns in COD. So yeah, if you guys made it to the end of the video, comment down below who's your favorite Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, or of course Andrew Garfield if you're into Spider-Man like that, like me. So yeah, see you guys on the next one. Peace out.